Joe shows up and she looks around and she says, "Greg, I can see you don't know what you're doing." Okay, this evening, Joe, Tanner, and myself are here at the Oliver Warming Center, and I'm very pleased that we've been able to collaborate together. And Joe, tell me a little bit about what happens when one of the clients come in. Walk us through the procedure, if you would. And I'm sitting here with a book, and there's some items here that we will show you in a minute, but tell us about what happens typically when a person comes in.
First thing in that, when a person comes in and that, because it's very, very bitterly cold, the first thing we address is getting them warm. Whether it be hot pockets that we have pre-ready, we open them up, make sure they're starting to warm before the people walk in. We get that into their hands, they're into their boots, to start getting them warm. Then we start the process of getting a hot drink into them, which make wonderful hand warmers. From there, after we get them warmed up, we start a process of signing them in and that 4 meals, 4 overnight, and then accepting our code of conduct, which is our basic rules of no drugs, no alcohol. Our lights shut out at 10 o'clock. They know where the bathrooms are. They have a certain time limit. No drugs, no alcohol. If I catch it, I take it. They get it back the next morning when they leave the property. Then we provide them in that with supper, which varies from 3 different soups to a lasagna to pizza to fruit trays, meat trays. Then we do snacks of muffins, granola bars. Sometimes we do cakes or desserts, so they're able to have that as well with whipped cream or ice cream. Then we get them geared into their mats so that they pick their spots, which they're very particular. We have ladies on one side, we have men in the other. Again, for their own feeling and that of safety and that. From there, we have game night, so we have Yahtzee wars together, which starts the communication, where we'll start doing word search, and we find out in that where their greatest need is.
Excellent. So when they come in, as I understand it here, just to make sure they actually sign an agreement.
They have to read it and sign it. Yep.
Yeah, they read it and they sign an agreement saying they're going to abide by the rules and regulations. Your volunteers actually sign in also, and they sign in when they're coming in and when they leave. We have people that are here basically around the clock. So there is a group that kind of finishes around 10 o'clock approximately.
Yep.
And then we have a overnight crew
Till
that
6.
comes in and will stay until about 6-ish in the morning, until again the morning crew comes in. So we are.
And our morning crew comes in at about 5:15 to 5:30, so that we have a chance on that to find out what's transpired the previous night. And then we start breakfast, which consists of anywhere from oatmeal, scrambled eggs to pancakes.
I can testify that the food here is actually really good. I have sampled many times, and Joe and her volunteers are excellent at what they do on the food preparation. Joe, I can't help but remember going back about 3 years ago. I was in the area here, and it was very much this time of the year. We had a very cold wind coming through, and I had talked to our pastor about getting the church open. And so I really didn't know what I was doing, but I got some mats, I got food, granola bars, some hot drinks, opened up the door, and people started coming in, and about an hour later, Joe shows up and she looks around and she says, "Greg, I can see you don't know what you're doing." And I says, "Is that obvious?" And she says, "Yes." And she says, "I've had a lot of experience on this." And so
I asked if you were are you ready to get your feet wet?
Yeah, and so we have collaborated together, and I am very pleased with the experience that we have had together. It's been wonderful to have the Oliver mission involved, and Joe, with your leadership, you have helped us and helped the community. When there is difficult individuals, sometimes people come in with challenges in their life, and Joe has been very resourceful at being able to deal with people, sensing what they need and what they don't need. And so it's been very positive to have your skill and background on leading our operation here. So again, I want to thank you and your staff for what you're doing, and I want to thank the community for their support. It's just been incredible to see how the South Okanagan comes together to help those in need. It's much appreciated. Thank you for what you do.